Okay. Okay, looks like we're in the correct. So, okay. This has been on my agenda to play for a long time. Alright, let's adjust some sound. Not constantly. Frequently. Borderless full screen. All right, let's just get in it. Blah 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 blah. Go away, go away, go away now. Let's see, we do have. This isn't out yet, right? Oh, it is? Wait a minute. Season Pass 2. Okay. Oh, there's also additional mods. Good Lord. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, both of those are on. Don't know what to expect. Dynasty of daring privateers that reign over the trade protectorate. Explore the fringes of known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of von Valencius. Faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without its countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of the shattered proctorate and forge a new path for the von Valencius dynasty. Currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy, the stakes are high and then rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronus Expanse. Okay. I feel like I probably should not do this any higher. Enemy unit dodge modifier 20%. Cover hit. Yeah, we should not play it on unfair. Grim Darkness, is that just permanent? Yeah, cool. Okay, so hard. Daring, everything's flat. Okay, so let's see here. I feel like we should at least play it on hard. Or daring. Let's just do it on daring. You know, first time playing. We'll just do it on daring. Yeah, we'll just do it on daring. Okay, so we can make a custom character. Archetype soldier. Cool. So melee is all on one target, which makes sense. Ranged, it can be split up. $30 plus the agility, minus the attacker's dodge reduction percentage. Okay. A plus 2 plus agility bonus divided by 2. Okay. Oh. Why, hello there, good sir. What are you up to? Yeah. Yeah. I saw that bit of news. You're reading bedtime stories? What's the bedtime story for today? Bedtime for Batman. Nice. Ballistic skill. Agility, perception, strength, fellowship. Okay. Perception. Okay. Is this knockoff D&D? I don't know that. Also, are we playing TBC or nah? That is a good question. That is a good question. Gonna play TBC for the 4th time? 3rd time? Whatever it is. I don't know. We'll see. When is that supposed to come? When is that supposed to come out? So I know everyone's playing like the beta stuff right now. Mental tactics. Sticks, fellowship, athletics. Coercion. All right. Right. An operative. Let's just make a custom. How about that? Let's just do. We're gonna do a custom. I do love the character portraits. That is pretty cool. We'll give them that. 113. Not quite how... Well, maybe it is. Oh, that's... Oh. It's kind of matching up. Not really, but... Okay. Go off a portrait. Most likely end up adjusting how the character looks anyways. And just give me this. What? Oh. Where's the scars? Let me get rid of the. Let me get rid of the scars first. Dum dum dum. Yeah, I just go with the default first face. Yep, that's me right there. Check the beards. Guess that's brown, dark brown. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, kind of good selection. Go with this. Does the hair... Yeah, probably just that. Oh. That'll do. Okay. Tattoos. I'm gonna need tattoos. Not really. Not really, but... Pigmentation. So I can't see them. Don't really know. What sort of augmentations would necessarily be? I don't think so. I don't think I want any augmentation. Lore-wise, I don't know what they necessarily do.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Through chaos, I strive. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Perfect.
Aw.
My supremacy is proven once again.
Applaud my brilliance.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Okay. I like it. A body, though. Yeah, sure. Homeworld. Okay. Oh, God. We're doing the maximum toughness and temporary stuff again. Lord. I guess we'll see how it is. Temporary. Oh, wait, no. It's just like temporary health, right? That's how it functions, right? I'm thinking Pillars of Eternity. Okay. So strength, toughness, agility. I wish I could see what the classes are before I go picking my homeworld. Origin. Well, archetypes. This is what I want to see. Blade Dancer. What the hell am I looking at? So warrior goes into assassin. She goes into exemplar. So warrior goes into assassin, arch militant, executioner, vanguard. Is this a melee based? I mean, is it melee? Is it? Oh no. Okay, so you got a warrior. Oh yeah, well if it's melee, okay, if it's warrior, your melee prowess. Gotcha. Okay, so where goes into vanguard, arch militant, and executioner. Almost like paladin. Goes into vanguard. Interesting. Vanguard bounty hunter. Bounty hunter kind of seems cool. kind of seems cool. Yeah, let's see what the base level ones do first. Operative. Kind of leaning towards operative. Assassin, bounty hunter, grand strategist, overseer and executioner, soldier. Yeah, most likely it'll be an operative. Now, that seems pretty cool. It does seem pretty cool. Alright, most likely it's going to be an operative. We're going to lean towards. Assassin, we have an idea. Vanguard's the kind of a tanky. Bounty hunter. Most likely is what we'd do. Operative, assassin, or bounty hunter. Kind of like the idea of that. Okay. Alright, operative it is. Alright, so let's go back to this now. So we are an operative. Operative needs what? Intelligence and perception. Huh. Interesting. Characteristics. Weapon skill. Close combat, ballistic skill, ranged weapons, strength. So I don't really need weapon or strength. Toughness is our health. Agility. Demolition's infected by... Oh. So this is our... intelligence. Fellowship. Like I kind of want a high... intelligence, perception, and fellowship. Of course, a ballistics. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I want. Strength, toughness, agility. I don't want death. Brutal hunter. Seems like better off a melee. Yeah, Death World. It seems like a melee one. Voidborn. No power and intelligence. Intelligence, toughness, fellowship. What? Perception, willpower, fellowship. Forward might be... Oh, Forge Ward characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Ooh. That might be the way to go. This might be the way to go too. Forge World seems good. Imperial World seems good because I can just pick. So it's between Forge World and Imperial World, I'd say. Analytic system. Oh, I see. So you choose one of the... Oh, you choose one of these. Okay. Let's see. Imperial World. Strength. Toughness. Oh. So with this, you just get a flat 10. Flat plus 10 instead of splitting it. Oh. Okay, let's go Forge World. Forge World, Analytics, with the crit chance, Origins, Ballistic Scale Fellowship. But as Forge World, I don't need... the... Yeah, I don't need Fellowship. Okay. Ballistics, Fellowship, Athletics, Coercion. Yeah, I don't need that. Commissar. Six Fellowship, Coercion, Athletics, Fellowship's Coercion. Those change? They do. I could be a crime lord. Could be. Oh, what? 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 That's wild. Okay. This is wild. AV officer, toughness, perception. Fellowship's Fellowship, Coercion, Persuasion. Look cool. I look cool. I'll give you that. It's been 45 minutes of me making a character, which is shocker. Funny. Okay. It's kind of your all-around healer, and along with damage dealing, it seems. I'm gonna mess with this as my character. Ooh, damn. Kind of sick. Did look kind of sick. Alright, Crime Lord, most likely. Wait, what wasn't what? Yeah. Crime Lord, it is. Triumph. Int. Manage to corrupt an entire star system, turn it into your personal den of thieves. So there's 2 for logic. Yeah, we'll do that. Darkest Hour. Go Shadow of Torment. Operative. Characteristics. Okay, weapon skill. What did I get? Toughness. What did I get from toughness? Who got me toughness? Homeworld? Homeworld. Homeworld got me toughness. Need agility. Do I need agility? Or is it just intelligence and perception? I don't need fellowship because intelligence. Oh. Goes up to 5s. Okay, hang on. Can I respec if I need to? Okay, you can. So if I mess something up, okay. This is what we're going to go with. Intelligence, perception, weapon skill. Weapon skill is going to increase our damage. No. Wait, what am I getting? Hang on. What am I getting weapon skill from? I don't need weapon skill. I need ballistics. I just realized that. Oh, Crime Lord. Why weapon skill? Strange, but okay. Almost messed up right away. This is what we want. Ballistic skill, intelligence, perception. I'm not sure if I necessarily need. Okay. Patient Fortune. Can I edit? Oh. Charybdis. Patient Fortune was kind of nice. Bum, bum, bum. Seeker's Haven keeps popping up a lot. That's kind of nice. Patient Fortune. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Math. Well, you know, an hour later, finally got a character. This is what happens when you're brand spanking new to a game setting.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Bath Stubbs.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium.
Oh,
Perhaps this kinship came
I'm
as
a Von
shock to you.
Valencius.
Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the Gold Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct. So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. There is, and you will meet him soon enough. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh. Okay, hang on. It's gonna be like Baldur's Gate. Gonna be like Baldur's Gate, where I won't right click to rotate the camera. So am I not able to? I'm not able to control. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to get used to it. I don't like clicking middle mouse button. Alright, well, whatever. I can, I guess because I can rotate it with this.
I always keep my options open.
Okay.
Sapiens deminabitur astais. Que ferum non santo.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
The servitors have gone berserk!
You didn't do a very good job of running.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Okay. Nice. Ooh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And then that's my actions, right?
On it.
Have a shot percentage. What is this? Shots before I have to reload. Oh, okay. Do I have a percentage of how far? Six, so move. Okay, so it is higher. Okay, so if I wanted it to be within my maximum of 12, but Of course, it goes down.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh. So I only get to shoot once? I guess so. I guess I only get to shoot once. Oh my god, none of us have hit him. Uh-oh.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature. I refuse.
Okay, so I can only attack
Who
once.
if not me?
I don't mean to actually keep reloading, but... Oh, God. Someone hit him. Oh, God. Hey, Conrad, Bub, what are you doing, my dude? Oh, so you... Once you move, that's as far as you can move. Kind of don't like that. Huh. Yeah, I kind of don't like that part.
For the glory of the Imperium!
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay, hell, is there loot? No. Interesting.
I always have a backup plan.
Gotta watch out for the servitor.
Keep your wits about you. I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
What are y'all doing here?
Is there money to be made?
Who dis?
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Approach.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Interesting. The spirits could well be the natives' name for the dangerous aliens. I would first verify that is indeed the case, and if the population of what is it? Ion 6 engages in Xeno worship, warp. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but it would give us the answer. If my particular life experiences are any indication, some of the natives would eagerly betray their chieftains in exchange for a quiet life serving on board my ship. I would then leave dealing with Ion 6 to those who know it best. These reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. However, I would put my interests first, no matter what means I would have to use. The riches of Ion 6 would be mine. What?
Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne? Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants. Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck.
He's gonna
instead
be
of
a problem,
proceeding to
ain't
the
he?
middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
If I was a psyker during that, that would have been that'd be an interesting option.
So, why are you here? You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first.
Okay.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The Warrant of Trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Still trying to figure out who the other one is.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Ooh, what did you do?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. One could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover,
Okay.
your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the von Valancius line. I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the Void Ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Is that so? Perhaps the Technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing.
She's not gonna
both of
live,
them
is she?
affluent. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
All right.
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh, here we go. Where'd all y'all come from?
No mercy to those who oppose von Valancius!
Theodora gets to go first.
For now. No mercy for
I've seen worse battles than
That
this
was
in my
cool.
time. I took care of this one.
Follow my lead. To the heretics!
How's it lagging? Lagging, or is this just how it functions? Ow! Could come here. Nice.
Such is the will of chaos.
Shoot her, not me. Shoot her, not. Okay, that works too. Shoot him, not me.
Out of my way!
What is she?
The Imperium.
She's cool.
Reduced to dust.
She's cool as crap.
I took care of this one. Die!
I serve the ruinous powers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be in range to shoot anyone really.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, he's just gonna kill them both.
Don't touch me. That's gonna hurt.
Nice.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Cool. Okay.
Rise to the top.
Dude, what the
or you're
heck is
left in the
she?
dust.
What is she using? Sick. Wait, where am I supposed to go?
Let us not door.
That weapon's cool too.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
We're teaming up again.
It's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort!
I shouldn't trust to hear and obey.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. That makes sense. Traitor. Just kick me in the nuts? Whoa.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Why?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for? There's a good boy. Then go to the Sentinel at the gates of the Warren Chamber and fulfill your destiny. I had hoped to feed Edelthrad to the machine. He is the one who caught Theodora's eye, after all. But since procuring him has proved difficult, you will have to do.
Right. Well. In the Gateway Arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor. An obedient automaton created by a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect that you might this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screening and groaning of metal, it leans forward. Closer to you, its lower jaw opens with a drawn out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. Weapon, your search is in vain. The chamber engine room is completely empty and perfect working position. Area broken panel and protruding.
Did you forget something?
Clamps around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the server's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the server motors start up and pumps stir into motion. Bid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed. You are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
I don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is the Sentinel the cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
There is still another way.
Well. What's this? Old entry. Well, that's one way to...
I always have a backup plan.
Be known that by my will and by the truth. It's gonna be dialogue. Nope. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, walk bravely first into darkness to reunite. Told to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily in the road of thorns through.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Okay.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the Warren Chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received...
Okay. So I should probably leave.
I always keep my options open.
Come on. Get out of there, Box Skull. Oh, great. Here we go again.
Run, fools, or fall.
Uh-oh. Abelard?
Master, whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
What are you doing down here? This former fall, this is where he's sweating. One of the sleeves of his coat's torn and soaked through with blood. Nonetheless, despite heavy breathing, he stands firm to the gaze. He's demanding, albeit somewhat surprised.
What? Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfear, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Okay. Right. I've got a sniper rifle. Finally. And how do I use this? Cannot be equipped by this character. Oh. Ooh, I see. See, it's down there. Okay. What are you, good sir? You are... Does it tell me? I don't know if it does or not. Tells me what you're good at. That's for sure. Oh, here we go. You are... Imperial World Navy officer, a warrior. Okay, cool.
I am at your service. Let me help.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the war and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. I am no helmsman, or God Emperor preserve me navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet. You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
No, I did not.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Good question. I couldn't tell you, bud.
During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that...
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust...
All right, let's go. Oh. Okay.
To arms! Come to chaos!
You can attack or take other actions. You can take up advantage. Okay. Cool. I want... I'm going to position myself up here. You... Ah, that's blocked. Oh. Abelard. Okay, so charge is not an attack action. So we will charge into you. Nice. Is that cleave? Okay, that's cleave. We don't want cleave. Nice.
Death to the weak.
Yes, me.
Guides me. Ah!
Ow.
I serve the ruinous powers. Ah!
Okay. Let's see. What is the range on my weapon? 15. Deadeye shot. Okay, so that's just out of my range. This is all within my range. So I don't think... Nice. Nice. Although I should have shot one of them, because now that I think about it, because I could have just cleaved.
I am your doom.
Doom! Alright, can I cleave?
The more the better!
Oh, right.
At your beck and call.
On it.
Nice. Loot! Finally. Is this all of them? Is this from all of them? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Level up. Okay. Horn ranks available. What? Oh. Logic. Yeah, it's just good logic. I like it. Anything else here? Alright, let's leave. So this is where we're at. This is where we need to go.
The threshold of the blinded guide. Doom
Dira?
comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius.
Okay.
Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it?
It's me.
I have... The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now,
she's
with
crazy.
This clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the...
That's Edelthrad. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well.
Yeah, is he actually gonna live
fast,
long?
Old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
Much of the serious words, no doubt she is referring to the nightmares the torturers inflicted upon your body and mind. Your muscles contract involuntarily, as if steeling themselves once more for the inevitable pain.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the Navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the Engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our Master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a Navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Okay. Well, that's...
How may I serve the dynasty?
Cool. Alright. That is where I'm going to stop. This is very interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. We'll pick up
Miscalculations are for commoners.
more of this
I don't
next
make
time.
Mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
It's gonna be fun going back to bed. I mean, back to bed. Going to bed because we gotta go have fun going back to work tomorrow. So, anyways, I'll catch you all later. Good night.